up, and it is scored!
For three. Got it!
With the shot, it's in!
Lights out! Good night! Goodbye!
And that's it! Marshfield wins!
It's a great serve.
Another one!
Drop!
And the Rams drop one first here in the Super Bowl!
Woof.
Nice.
Kick on the field, and it is
Scored! It is scored!
MCM coverage of MHS sports is proudly presented by
Biviano General Contracting.
Biviano General Contracting is Marshfield's leading custom modular house builder. Modular building saves time and money. Only 8 to 12 weeks for the entire build, saving up to 25% of the cost compared to traditional building. We also offer custom deck building, kitchen and bathroom remodels, additions, and house elevations.
More information can be found at bivianocontracting.com.
Repel Pest Solutions. Repel Pest Solutions is a full-service pest control company protecting residential and commercial properties from nuisance pests that carry germs and diseases. They are a small, family-run business from Marshfield, licensed, insured, competitively priced. We work to understand your needs and offer an integrated pest solution that's environmentally friendly. Don't be afraid to bug us. Road to Responsibility. Founded in 1988, Road to Responsibility's mission is to provide the means, the opportunity, and the support necessary to allow citizens with disabilities to take their place as productive members of the community. We are committed to providing all individuals with opportunities to truly live in the community. Through our services, we are proud to enrich and improve the lives of every individual, one person at a time.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Marshfield High School, and welcome to Senior Day here for the MHS Rams. Congratulations to all the seniors: Dan Lamba, Noah Feldman, Finn Foley, Colby Bouchard, Colin Aiden Summers, Kevin Drake. Shout out to all of them taking their talents all over the world to play baseball. We wish them the best of luck in their future. Ben Wilson joined alongside Andrew Youngworth. Andrew, it's great to have you back calling some baseball.
It's great to be back calling Marshall baseball with you, Ben. And what a great game we got today. Marshall Whitman-Hanson, a baseball rivalry for decades. And this year's game is a little different because Whitman-Hanson, a team that has been dominant in recent years, has gone on a little bit of a slump this season. A 6-8 record through 14 games of play. Usually Whitman-Hanson is a team that finishes with 15 or more wins. This year, at the most they can win is 12 in the regular season, so definitely a down year for the Panthers. Marshfield with a 9-8 record, looking to get double-digit wins early this season.
Yeah, the Rams, they really want those double digits, as you mentioned, Andrew, and they've only played about 4 games at home, and they've only won 1 of them. Now it's going to be Brody Getchell up to bat for the Panthers. Lamba is on the mound for the Rams. First pitch is low. Bouchard is the catcher for the Rams. Usually it's San Fantasia, but it being Senior Day, we're going to see Bouchard get some catching action.
One of my favorite traditions. All 9 players out there are seniors. It's always so fun to see.
Lamba throws that next one right down the middle, brings the count to 1-1.
And I'll tell you what, Lumba is not out there just because it's Senior Day. Lumba has been this team's ace now for 2 straight seasons.
Yeah, absolutely. About a week ago, we saw him start against Duxbury, and he pitched a great game until Braden Land came in for him in the 6th inning.
And Duxbury, one of the best teams in the state, ranked 9th in Division II. An impressive fight from Marshfield, specifically from Lumba on the bump.
Yeah, absolutely. Lamba wasn't able to get the job done, but the Rams did beat them earlier in the season, so you have to applaud the efforts there. 2-2 is the count for Lamba. Next pitch for Lamba is low, brings it to a full count.
Whitman-Hanson's bench doing a good job early, getting active, trying to get in Lumba's head.
Full count pitch for Lamba on Senior Day. Here's the throw. It's low. And now the Panthers are going to have a runner on first.
Going from a 2-2 to a 4-2 is a tough start for Lumba there. Whitman-Hanson, the dugout, like I just said, doing a great job attempting to rattle Lumba. Whether that's the reason he threw those last 2 balls, it beats me, but they're doing a great job getting the energy going early here.
Absolutely, Andrew. And the one thing I know about Lamba is he always is ready to bounce back from his mistakes. First pitch there for Lamba is in the dirt. Runner on first, thought about stealing second, but he heads back.
A lot of Lumba's pitches are low. noticing a lot of pitches getting low, and if more pitches get by Bouchard, all of a sudden you got a runner in scoring position with only at the second batter.
Yeah, that's not where the Rams want to be, Andrew. Lamba throws to first. Runner will be safe.
Yeah, it definitely seems like Lumbo's a little bit in his head. You can tell right there the way he picked off first base. He's definitely got that runner in his head because he knows one bad pitch, and all of a sudden, a runner's in scoring position for the Panthers.
That one is drilled over the head of Summers. And, well, that was over the head of Cole Summers. Aiden Summers able to field it for the Rams. Now a runner on first and second for the Panthers.
Whitman-Hanson getting the energy going early here. A full count walk followed by an absolute beamer of a single. That was a rocket. Now just like that, it's first and second. You got a runner in scoring position. All of a sudden, Marshfield's in a jam quick.
Yeah, absolutely. And as you mentioned, Andrew, great hit right between the shortstop and the outfielder. That's the perfect spot you want the ball to be for a single. First pitch from Lamba is low.
There it is again, another low pitch from Lamba. See if he can raise the pitch a bit, because if one gets by Bouchard, all of a sudden it's second and third. Two runners in scoring position is not how you want to start the game.
Yeah, absolutely, Andrew. And a complaint that I've heard from a lot of players, specifically some of the pitchers here for the Rams, is that the practice mound is a lot smaller than the mound on the field. So sometimes that can throw off the Rams pitcher, and that one drilled over to Peacher. He throws a second. There's an out there. Pitch. Oh, they threw it low on first, so now the Panthers are going to have a runner on third and first, but the Rams were able to get the out on second.
That was a situation that could have gone worse. Ended up okay. No runners allowed. I really thought the runner at third was going to cross home plate, but still a 0-0 game. You got the out, and a double play is still an opportunity here for Marshfield.
Now David McNaught up to bat for the Panthers. First pitch from Lamba is low again.
Once again, Lamba struggling to raise the pitch a bit, struggling to find the inside of the plate because a lot of his pitches have been outside as well. And once again, those are tough pitches to get.
Lamba able to get that one down the middle for a strike.
That one more like it. Down the middle, a little bit higher. 1-1 count here. A strikeout here would be huge.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't want to let that runner on third come home. Here's Lamba on the 1-1. Eyeing first. He's going to throw this one. Another low pitch.
To Whitman-Hanson's advantage, they have a ton of righty batters, and on a lefty pitcher, that only favors the Panthers here.
Two-one is the count. Lamba.
That's a tough call. That's a
Looked
tough
like
call.
that one was a clear strike from here, Andrew. Umpire's going to call it a ball.
Yeah, the pitch was a little low. However, I think that one is an ABS challenge if we're in the MLB. Great framing there from Bouchard.
And Lamba once again throws low. That's going to send the batter to first, and now the bases are loaded for the Panthers.
I mean, that's another close call. Yes, the pitch was definitely low, but that could go a strike. Someone should definitely call that a strike. Two unfortunate calls for Lamba there. All of a sudden, the bases are loaded. And honestly, in my opinion, for better or for worse, now you have an out at any base. Well, you may have to sacrifice a run, but in order to get out of a jam like this, I would rather one run than letting up 4 or 5.
Yeah, absolutely. Panthers going to substitute in Cosio on second for a pinch runner. Now Joyce up to bat for the Panthers.
Another righty batter for Whitman-Hanson.
Has a potential for a grand slam here. Lamba able to find the strike zone there, but it looks like they're going to call it a ball.
I mean, he's low, he's high. It's the ump's got a really small strike zone. We'll see how that goes both ways in the bottom of the first.
And once again, Lamba throwing another low ball.
And the dugout letting him know it. And speaking of the dugout, the new facilities Marshfield got are outstanding.
It's unbelievable, Andrew. The construction took a while, but with that construction taking a while, that means all the Rams games will now be at home, and we get to enjoy the field as much as we can. Lamba finally finds the strike zone, brings the count to 2-1.
Something that really catches my eye about the new facilities, Ben, is the dirt. the dirt and the infield that these players are playing on, I mean, it is pristine.
Well, I'm no dirt expert, but I think it is good dirt, Andrew.
And I'll tell you what, that baseball is living in the dirt because every one of these pitches is low. I mean, look at Bouchard. Look at how many ball marks are in front of him.
3-1 is the count. Lamba could let up a run here. The pitch is hit foul into the parking lot. Watch the windshields, and that narrowly misses a car.
It actually did. It nicked the back of it.
Does it?
Yeah, it was a pretty fortunate hit, but it did sound like it nicked the back of the back windshield. So hopefully that person's car is okay. But luckily for us, that makes it a full count.
Another full count for Lamba. That one's drilled over to D'Antonio. He gets the out on third. A quick double play there. Nice job, D'Antonio.
And I mean, that could not have gone much better for the Rams in that moment. You needed to get out of the jam. And there it is. Jake D'Antonio gets the second out, turns it into a double play for the third out. Whitman-Hanson, no runs in the top of the first, despite the fact that the bases were loaded. So the Panthers, 3 LOB, great way to stop the tempo that the Panthers were quickly setting.
Yeah, absolutely. D'Antonio, I don't think he even moved. The ball went right into the glove. Easy out on third. Rams able to take on the pressure of the bases being loaded. They able to get the outs there. But as we go to the bottom of the first, we'll take a quick break here on Marshfield Community Media. Don't go anywhere.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by Repel Pest Solutions,
Biviano General Contracting.
Road to Responsibility.
Welcome back to Marshfield Community Media Varsity Baseball Action. Rams hosting the Whitman-Hanson Panthers on Senior Day. Tied up, 0-0. Panthers had the bases loaded, but the Rams had a great double play from Jake D'Antonio that allowed the Rams to send it into the bottom of the first. So now with the Rams up to bat, looks like we're going to start off with Cole Summers. Ben Wilson alongside Andrew Youngworth. Andrew, what do you think of the top of the first?
The top of the first was definitely, I'm sorry, I can't think. This walk-up song is just fantastic. For those who can't hear, it's a song from the movie Frozen, so I love the ball knowledge from Cole Summers right there. But the top of the first, Ben, Whitman-Hanson trying to set the tempo early, but Marshfield got out of a jam. Luckily, as you said, Jake D'Antonio, what a great play he made. But Whitman-Hanson trying to set the tempo quickly. We'll see if that last play really did shift the energy right here with Summers up at bat first.
First pitch is a strike right down the middle.
Summers has led the team in batting average in all 3 seasons as a player.
And Summers drills that one just past third and second base. And he stops at first without being touched.
And you can quickly see why Cole Summers has led the team in batting average in all 3 seasons as a varsity player, because he gets on base, whether it's a single or whether he reaches the fence for a triple.
Yeah, absolutely. Summers is an absolute great player for the Rams.
Now batting, second baseman, Petrie.
Now Petrie up to bat for the Rams. And Petrie looks like he's going to go for the bunt there. That allowed Summers to head to second. Summers, he's got great speed, so he's no stranger to stealing bases, Andrew.
Marshfield might be trying to do the same thing Whitman-Hanson did with a guy on first, trying to get in the pitcher's head, thinking about stealing second, getting a guy in scoring position early.
Looks like Petrie's going for a bunt as well, but that one gets thrown low.
And I mean, yeah, both pitches are low so far. Petrie's trying to bunt. They're definitely signaling that they want to get Summers over to second quickly. And if you take a look at Pruitt, he's looking over at Cole every time before he throws a pitch.
2-0 is the count. Here's the pitch low. Summers heading for second, slides, and he is safe.
Now just like that, a runner in scoring position for the Rams. And who knows, maybe Cole tries to get aggressive and steal third. But 0 outs, a runner in scoring position. All of a sudden, Marshfield switching the tempo quickly here.
3-0 is the count. Summers is on second. Here's the pitch. It's low, and Petrie gonna walk his way over to first.
Now here's a fun matchup. Obviously, Noah Feldman up at the play. These are future college teammates, Pruitt and Feldman. Pruitt on the mound pitching for Roger Williams. Noah Feldman, the first baseman for Roger Williams. So a fun future teammate matchup we got here.
Feldman, the only lefty batter for the Rams. Petrie on first, Summers on second.
And there goes Pruitt again. He's keeping his eyes on Cole, even on second base. The runners are in his head.
First pitch there is low. Once again, he looked back at Summers.
And Summers, each time, has an aggressive lead. You can see it on the camera.
Feldman pops that one in the air, and it's going to be fouled, but the third baseman for the Panthers makes the grab, and you can tell Feldman's not too happy about that one.
And that's just not what you need right there. I mean, you could have flat out in the outfield and get the runners to tag up a pop out, an infield pop out. Runners don't change, just add an out, and now a double play isn't played, and the inning just like the way Marshfield did. And that's also tough because Feldman, as you mentioned, the only lefty. Pruitt's a ready pitcher, and that does not favor us.
Now Finn Foley up to bat for the Rams. Usually we see him on the mound, but his arm hasn't been in great condition lately, so he's just going to be hitting for the Rams.
Seems like Pruitt is starting to find his pace, starting to settle in and find the zone.
0-1 is the count. Just keeping an eye on Summers. And that one gets thrown low, brings the count to 1-1. Another low pitch there, brings the count to 2-1.
And much like Whitman-Hanson's dugout, Marshfield's dugout is letting Pruitt know quickly that he is not finding the zone right now.
Throws to second, trying to get Summers out. Summers is safe.
When you have your mind focused more about the runners than about the batter, that only means you're going to be pitching balls, and that's not what you need right now if you're Whitman-Hanson. I mean, how about that gust of wind right there?
Yeah, I mean, I know you mentioned the dirt's really nice, but with all that dirt comes a lot of dust, Andrew.
I mean, the camera almost just got plugged.
Foley swings at that one, brings the count to 2-2. Two is the count. Once again, looking back at Summers. The pitch is once again low. Not exactly sure what just happened there, Andrew.
I mean, the ball got by. I'm very surprised Summers didn't go to third, especially with the aggressive lead he had and has been having. I'm surprised Summers didn't make the jump for third there. He would have been in easily.
Yeah, it looks like the catcher from Whitman-Hanson anticipated him going to second. I think he was ready to throw to third, but Summers didn't even move. And Foley is going to head over to first. The bases will be loaded for the Rams now.
I love the energy there from Foley doing the celly to the dugout. Now we got bases loaded, one out, and this looks very similar to what we saw in the top of the first. Aiden Summers, another captain for this team, has a chance to possibly break the game wide open.
Yeah, Summers, he's always ready in clutch time, especially in Duxbury last week deep in the fifth. He hit a nice two-run homer for the Rams, and Summers going to take a pause here because of the wind.
I mean, yeah, the wind is all of a sudden tough. Some of the hats on these Whitman-Hanson players are falling off their heads.
First pitch is high for a ball. Summers on third, looking to come home. His brother up to bat. Panthers even out the count to 1-1. Next pitch is swung at by Summers. They're going to say he got a piece of it. It goes foul.
It's a good cut there. He connects with that. That's in the outfield.
The Panthers need this out here. 1-2 is the count. Here's the pitch. Summers swings, and unfortunately, he's going to head back to the dugout.
Yeah, the 1-2 count really got in his head there. He was thinking swing no matter what. That pitch way up high, but he chased it, and now just like that, a huge out for the Panthers. 2 outs here.
Now it's going to be Kevin Drake up to bat for the Rams. Drake watches that first pitch go by for a strike.
You can hear the fans on the side. They're not too happy with that call. That pitch definitely a little low.
Now the fans here in Marshfield, they're waiting for a big Kevin Drake hit. Ooh, that next pitch, almost at Drake's head. And the student section here in Marshfield not too happy about that.
And you can hear the fans even louder this time. They are not going to accept Kevin Drake get a hit. However, that would make the score 1-0. Kevin Drake, a huge opportunity here in front of a big crowd.
And that's not the first time Kevin Drake would have been hit. Against Norwell last week, he took a hit that allowed Brunswick to head home, and that was the only run that the Rams got. And once again, the pitch is at Drake's head.
I wonder what it is. That's the second pitch, and these are the only 2 pitches that have even come close to hitting a batter. It seems that this crowd is starting to get in Pruitt's head here.
2-1 is the count. Drake has had 2 pitches thrown at him. Here's the pitch, and Drake swings at that one. Count's now going to even out 2-2.
A little late on that one. Pruitt bringing the heat for that fastball. Kevin a little late. If he was able to connect with that one's, who knows if it's gone, but it's definitely landing in the outfield, and multiple runs are coming in. But 2-2 count here. Kevin's got to play this smart.
And Drake swings at that one. Unfortunately, he's going to head back to the dugout, and the Panthers, just like the Rams, don't fall under the loaded base pressure, and that's going to send us to the top of the second.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by Repel Pest Solutions,
Biviano General Contracting.
Road to Responsibility.
Back here on Marshfield Community Media, scoreless in the first inning, and that was a long first inning for it to be scoreless, Andrew.
I mean, the fact that it's scoreless after an inning like that, I mean, that inning took about 30 minutes of actual time, and both teams leaving 3 LOB in the first. So we'll see if one of these teams can capitalize on an opportunity like that anytime soon.
Lamba on the mound for the Rams. He had a bit of a rough top of the first. He threw a lot of low pitches, but right there, he's able to throw in right down the middle for a strike.
Yeah, that one a little high. Got the batter to chase it. We'll see if he can throw more like that. However, that's been another issue, is he's been throwing a lot of outside pitches as well.
Yeah, Lamba just needs to try to find the strike zone as best he can. 1-1 is the count. And that pitch finally finds the strike zone. Lamba brings the count to 1-2.
That pitch similar to some that we saw in the first that were called the ball. Great framing there by Bouchard. Great call from the ump.
And that one is, looks like it was a bunt, but they're going to call it a foul. saw how quickly Bouchard sprung up. He was ready to throw to Feldman at first.
He was ready, yeah. If that ball stays fair, Bouchard reaches Feldman way before the batter reaches first. And as we enter the bottom of the order for each team, the second inning, there's a chance it goes by a lot quicker than the first.
One-two is the count. Pitch is drilled. Feldman bobbles it, but he's going to chase the runner to first, and he's going to get there in time. Quick first out for the Rams.
Great reflexes there from Feldman. That's the reason he's a captain of this team, because he makes great plays like that. One out quickly from the Rams. That's huge.
Now it's going to be C.J. Graham up to bat for the Panthers. And Lamba throwing that one low again.
Yeah, hopefully he doesn't start living in the bottom of the frame again. Hopefully he starts to find the pitches a little further up.
Batter chases that one. Looked like a low pitch, but count's going to even up 1-1.
Yeah, same location. This time the batter just chased. See if Graham can chase a few more of those and give the Rams their second out.
Lamba once again throwing a little low, not as low as he was throwing before, but still outside of the strike zone, brings the count to 2-1. Another low pitch, batter chases it, evens out the count to 2-2.
Lamba gets Graham to chase. One more strike would make it too quickly retired here, and that would be huge for the Rams.
Two is the count. Here's the pitch from Lamba. Swung, bounces over Lamba's head. Petrie chasing after it, scoops it up, throws to Feldman, and the runner is out.
Great throw there from the second baseman, Charlie Petrie, able to fire that one into Feldman and was able to beat out Graham's speed. Too quickly retired here for Marshfield. Very different from last inning, where the first two batters ended up reaching the base.
It's going to be Shane Ashton up to bat for the Panthers. Lamba starts off the count with the ball.
That one low once again from Lamba. Chance at a 1-2-3 inning, but if the ball is going to keep feeding the dirt like that, I'm not sure if that's going to happen.
Next pitch from Lamba swung at. D'Antonio scoops it up at third, heaves it over to first for Feldman. Feldman can't hold on to it. And now the runner, he's going to chase second. Drake throws to second, and he will be safe.
The classic commentator's jinx always strikes, right? I mean, it doesn't matter what the sport is. The second you predict something's going to happen, it won't happen. 1-2-3 inning, nope. A double on an error for Whitman-Hanson. So that's not what you want to see. Great fielding by D'Antonio. Was just unable to reach Feldman. That throw a little wide left.
Yeah, D'Antonio on third. Usually he's pitching for the Rams. A little bit of a different position for him today. Unable to get to Feldman. Drake tried to scoop it up and to save it, throwing it over to second. Unfortunately, the Rams now going to have a runner on second. First pitch for Lamba. It's once again low, not as low in the dirt as he usually has done, but still not in the strike zone.
Yeah, that went outside. Lamba unable to find the middle here.
Lamba once again unable to find the strike zone. That one looked
call-
better than his other pitches, Andrew.
That call surprises me. The ump might have thought it was a little high. However, I personally disagree with the call. I think the count should be 1-1.
2-0 is the count. Lamba looks behind him at the runner on second.
Yeah, runner on second's got a super aggressive lead. Thinking about stealing third. Well, a single brings him in. So Marshfield got to be careful here. And Lamba knows it.
And just right there, Lamba threatening to throw over to Petrie at second. Doesn't let the ball go, though. Lamba throws it low, brings the count to 3-0.
This could suddenly turn bad very quickly. Lumba were able to retire the first two, but a quick 3-0 count with a runner in scoring position, starting to look a lot like last inning.
3-0 is the count. Lamba able to find the strike zone there.
And I mean, that's just a great pitch. The batter wasn't swinging at a 3-0 count regardless, and that was great for Lumba to finally be able to find the zone at this at-bat.
Lamba trying to dig himself out of the hole, and unfortunately he throws that next one low. Now the Panthers going to have a runner on first and second.
And now we're entering the top of the order with runners on first and second. So all of a sudden, Marshfield's defense has to get out of another pickle.
Getchell back up to bat, the runner on first and second, and Lamba again throws low.
And Getchell, the leadoff hitter for this batting lineup, and the top 4 or 5 batters for Whitman-Hanson is what made this team so good. And then despite their record not being that great, these 5 batters are phenomenal players. So Marshfield all of a sudden has a jam to get out of. And I'm telling you what, these little pitches are certainly not helping the case.
Yeah, Lamba, we've seen this before at Dan Lamba, but usually he's able to readjust. Unfortunately today, he's taking a little bit longer than usual. Now it looks like the umpire got a piece of dust in his eye from the wind here. Can resume play now.
This is not the first time that's happened. The wind is brutal today.
Lamba finds the strike zone there, brings the count to 2-1.
That pitch a little high, but I love the placement there from Lumba. Able to paint the corner.
Rams need one more out to send us to the bottom of the second. That one drilled. D'Antonio going to scoop things up. Throws over to first. Feldman makes the grab, but the runner is safe. Bases. It's a similar situation we've seen before, Andrew. Bases are loaded.
Yeah, that ball really died in the grass. D'Antonio, great throw to Feldman, but just unable to beat the speed. Now all of a sudden, bases loaded, 2 outs, just like the first inning, as you just mentioned. Marshfield retired the first 2. Now all of a sudden, they're in a pickle that they need to get out of. Whitman-Hanson, you cannot leave 3 on base again. You have to capitalize. With the bases loaded in back-to-back innings, you have to gain at least 1 run out of this.
D'Antonio was able to help out the Rams the last time they were in this situation. First pitch from Lamba in the strike zone. 0-1 is the count. Now when drilled over to D'Antonio. D'Antonio heads over to first, a quick out. It hits the same play that we saw in the first inning. Goes to D'Antonio, he heads over to third, and that's it.
You know, it's weird to get deja vu for something that happened just 15 minutes before, but Jake D'Antonio, once again, able to get the Rams out of the pickle. I mean, yeah, this has been an interesting game for sure. We'll see if Marshfield is able to repeat the feat that they just made and load the bases in the bottom of the second.
We'll be right back here on Marshfield Community Media. Don't go anywhere. Rams coming up to bat next.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by Repel Pest Solutions,
Biviano General Contracting.
Road to Responsibility.
Welcome back here to Marshfield Community Media. Baseball action on Senior Day. Tied up 0-0. We've had 3 bases loaded, Andrew. It's been unbelievable today. Now the Rams back up to bat. D'Antonio going to step into the box here for the Rams. Walking Out to War Pigs by Black Sabbath. Excellent song.
I was just about to mention the walk-up song for Jake D'Antonio. I absolutely love it. And it's a walk-up song he deserves. He's got Marshfield out of both jams in the top of the first and the top of the second.
D'Antonio chases after that first pitch. Pruitt's next pitch is swung by D'Antonio. That one is going out to the road, and it's going to head into the forest.
I mean, that car pulled up at a dangerous time. That could have gone really bad.
We don't need a safe light call during the baseball game. 0-2 is the count. Here's a pitch from Pruitt. high for a ball, brings the count to 1-2.
See if Pruitt's able to maintain his calmness that he had at the end of last inning. He started the first a little rusty, but was able to find his composure. He seems to have had it so far in this inning.
Pruitt's next pitch right down the middle sends D'Antonio back to the dugout.
That was a nice off-speed curveball from Pruitt. That pitch had some movement. That was a phenomenal pitch to retire D'Antonio.
Hard up to bat for the Rams. First pitch, a strike from Pruitt.
It's that same off-speed curveball. It sinks down low. I personally thought that pitch was a little low, but that's a great pitch nonetheless. That ball has some movement to it.
Next pitch evens out the count to 1-1.
That one inside. That one was close. Great take from Bouchard there to make it 1-1.
Here's Pruitt on the 1-1. He throws a strike right down the middle.
I mean, he's painting corners. He's painting the bottom. None of these pitches are like right down Broadway for Bouchard to hit. These are all phenomenal location pitches from Pruitt.
1-2 is the count. Pruitt already struck out D'Antonio, and he's going to strike out Bouchard as well.
Now, Ben, I hate to say it, but how did Marshfield start off the top of the second? They retired the first two batters. This could become very interesting if Marshfield is able to get some runners on base here. Because so far, the teams are they've had the same innings. The first inning was the same. Second inning so far started out the same.
Well, it's going to be Lamba up to bat here for the Rams. And we're going to start things off with a ball.
It's a great take there from Lamba.
Lamba hits that one behind him and foul. Brings the count to 1-1.
It's a great cut. The bat was a little low. He's able to connect with that one. That one's in the outfield for a single. No doubt in my mind as the wind begins to pick up here.
Lamba looks like he got a piece of it with the bat, but it's going to be a strike nonetheless.
And now a 1-2 count. Whitman-Hanson, a quick 1-2-3 opportunity here.
This will be the first time we didn't see the bases loaded. And Lamba drills that one past Pruitt. Second baseman scoops it up, throws over to first, and Lamba is out.
And the commentator's jinx gets broken in a way that we did not want it to. Whitman-Hanson retiring the side, by far the quickest slate of the game thus far.
Well, that's the first time we haven't seen the bases loaded today. Let's see what the Rams can do at the top of the third. We'll be right back here on MCM.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by Repel Pest Solutions,
Biviano General Contracting.
Road to Responsibility.
Hello and welcome back to Marshfield High School for the start of the third inning here on MCM. It's the Rams taking on the Panthers, scoreless through two, alongside Ben Wilson. I'm Andrew Youngworth. Ben, it's been an interesting first two innings of play. I mean, 9 combined runners left on base. Then in the bottom of the second, Whitman-Hanson able to retire the side.
Yeah, these two teams are pretty evenly matched so far, Andrew. Usually what we saw before the Panthers were able to retire the Rams pretty quickly was we saw 2 quick outs and then we saw the bases get loaded. And, you know, I'm really excited to see what Lamba can do on the mound here because obviously if you're the Rams, you don't want another bases loaded situation.
That was a great off-speed pitch there from Lamba right there, but the ump calls it a ball. A quick 2-0 count for Lamba. Definitely did not want to see bases loaded for a third time, Ben. And that's what you love to see from Lamba. A lot of his pitches have been very low today. That one right down the middle in the zone. You love to see that.
Yeah, I believe I mentioned it before. Lamba takes a few minutes to adjust, but when he does, you know he's going to throw it right in the strike zone.
2-1 from Lamba. That one's grounded to first, fielded by Feldman, and he's going to retire the first out of the inning. And that's something Feldman has done a great job doing all season, keeping his composure and recording the out.
And that's the exact reason why Noah Feldman is going to go to Roger Williams and play baseball, Andrew. And I know he's going to do great over there.
Absolutely. McNaught up to bat, 1 out. Lumba, first pitch of the at-bat. That one fouled away for strike 1.
McNaught had the power there, just not the aim.
That's something he's been trying to work on all day, is really the aim. He's got his arsenal narrowed down. He's got the fastball, he's got the off speed, it's just about locating it. That pitch right down Broadway for strike 1. Great off speed pitch there from Lumba. Makes it a 1-2 count. The 1-2 from Lumba. Swing and a miss for strike 3. 2 quick outs put away by the Marshfield defense.
And that's exactly what you want to see out of Dan Lamba. 2 quick outs for the Rams. So now we don't want to see deja vu here, Andrew, because usually once the Rams get 2 outs, that's when the Panthers start to load the bases.
Marshfield got to put the batters away while they can. They did this last inning. Can they actually retire the side? Much like the Panthers did in the bottom of the second. First pitch of the at-bat is up high for ball 1. Yeah, Ben, you just mentioned Marshfield able to retire the first 2 batters last inning, but that turned into bases loaded. We'll see if Lumba can keep his composure here. The 1-0 count. That one low for ball 2. That call surprises me.
Yeah, from here, Andrew, it looked like that one was right down Broadway, as you like to say. But you know what? You can't argue with the umpire's call.
I mean, pitch was definitely a little inside, so I can see that. The 2-0 from Lumba. That one driven into left field. Fielded by Summers, and Foley, and he's able to make the catch. The Rams retire the side. A quick top 3rd inning slate here. Marshfield looking to tack on some runs in the bottom of the 3rd. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here on MCM.
MCM coverage of MHS sports is proudly presented by Repel Pest Solutions,
Biviano General Contracting.
Road to Responsibility.
Welcome back to Marshfield High School here for the bottom of the 3rd of this Patriot League Keenan Division action between the Marshfield Rams and the Whitman-Hanson Panthers. Alongside Ben Wilson, I'm Andrew Youngworth. Ben, the first 3 slates of the game, pretty long. All 3 slates had the bases loaded. The last 2, 1, 2, 3, and out you go. So definitely an interesting game. If the pattern stays on pace, it could be 1, 2, 3 here, but let's hope that doesn't happen. It's Marshfield in the top of the order, starting with Summers.
Yeah, absolutely. And as you mentioned, Andrew, the bases being loaded in the first 2 innings and then a quick 3 to start the 3rd. The Rams quickly able to adapt to the Panthers, and the Panthers able to do the same to the Rams.
Tyler Pruitt able to find his composure after a bumpy start in the first inning. See if he's able to maintain that here in the 3rd. First pitch is in for strike 1. Cole thought about it, didn't want to bite. The 0-1 pitch to Summers. That one outside for ball 1. Ben, I'm really digging Tyler Pruitt's eye black beneath the eyes. He's got a lot of that stuff on his face.
Might be a sign of intimidation from Pruitt here.
I mean, I'll tell you what, it's not all that sunny. It was sunny at first, but at the moment clouds are kind of blocking it, so wonder how useful that actually is. The 1-1 to Summers. Outside is the call for ball 2.
As you mentioned, Andrew, it is sunny, but it's certainly not t-shirt and shorts weather.
Absolutely not, no. The wind is a factor, and we all know how fake spring works here in Massachusetts. The warm weather coming soon this weekend, though, and I'm excited. 2-1 count here for Summers. That one low for ball 3. 3-1 count quickly here for Summers. So Pruitt had his composure, now all of a sudden way behind on the count. Pruitt, the 3-1 pitch. Summers drives that to right field, and that's going to get by for a single. Summers absolutely firing it, and he was almost out on that play. Great awareness there from the right fielder. But Summers safe at first. That makes him 2-2 on the day. That's great awareness from the Whitman-Hanson right fielder.
That was close, Andrew. Summers almost about a step behind, but he was able to pick up the pace, get on to first.
I mean, Summers firing that ball almost helps the fielder out there, because that ball was drilled. But nonetheless, Summers safe at first. 2 for 2 on the day, and now just like that, a runner on first for Charlie Petrie, the second baseman.
Petrie has walked at his first at-bat. Let's see what he can do here.
First pitch for Pruitt, that one low for ball 1. Summers already playing aggressive again over at first, much like he did in the first inning. See if Marshall can get a runner in scoring position quickly here. Pruitt glancing over at Summers. Now here's the 1-0 to Petrie. That one way short. I believe it hit home plate for ball 2.
You can see Summers thought about going to second there. He saw the bobble. He decided to stay at first.
If Pruitt continues to pitch like this, maybe one of them gets by. Summers is able to get to second. 2-0 here for Petrie. And Summers is still in second. Catcher fires, and that pitch is wide right. Summers easily safe at second. So a runner in scoring position for Petrie and the Rams early here in the 3rd inning.
I believe that's Summers' second stolen base today, Andrew. And once again, it's from first to second.
Summers playing awfully aggressive. 2 for 2 and 2 for 2 in stolen bases. We'll see how aggressive he gets going to third. An aggressive lead from Summers. Pruitt looks back twice at Summers, now fires the pitch. That one in there for strike 2, makes it a 2-2 count. Pruitt started off the at-bat quickly behind. He has since caught back up, a 2-2 count here. Pruitt glances at Summers again. The 2-2 pitch, that one outside, makes it full count.
Like I said before, Andrew, Petrie was walked on his first at-bat. And it looks like we might have the potential of seeing it again.
Our carbon copy of the first inning is possibly in play here. We'll see what Pruitt has to say about that with this next pitch. The full count. Looks back at Summers. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Huge out there for the Panthers. Pruitt, not many strikeouts today, but able to get one there on the second leadoff man, Charlie Petrie.
Yeah, Petrie, he swung at that one. The pitch was just out of range for him. I applaud the effort from Petrie, but unfortunately, he's heading back to the dugout.
And Noah Feldman gets intentionally walked by Pruitt. So round 2 of the Roger Williams matchup does not happen, as Feldman is just going to walk his way over to first. And now just like that, it's first and second for
Teddy Holt.
For Teddy Holt, excuse me. Thank you for that. Sorry about that. The substitutions coming in here for the Rams. Teddy Holt, key part of this team as just a sophomore. First pitch of the at-bat from Pruitt. Off speed is outside for ball 1. Teddy Holt on the team last year as a freshman, going to be a 4-year player for this Marshfield squad, and he has done some damage for this team as a sophomore. He's done some great work.
Yeah, Teddy Holt's like a Swiss Army knife, Andrew. You see him in the outfield, you see him on the mound, you see him up to bat. Specifically, I want to call back to Plymouth South when Teddy Holt was on the mound for the entire game, only allowing 1 run to be scored. Unfortunately, that's what the score was. It was 1-0. Plymouth South came away with the win, but Teddy Holt, the very impressive performance that day.
He was also a starting pitcher in a perfect game against Hingham last season that resulted in a 10-0 win. Teddy Holt pitched the first 3 innings of that game. We got first and second, a 2-0 count here for Holt. Pruitt looks back at Summers, fires the 2-0 pitch. That one low, so a quick 3-0 count here for Holt, an opportunity to load the bases. And Marshfield could be in a pretty nice spot with just 1 out, one of your captains on deck. A 3-0 count to Holt. Pruitt looks back at Summers, fires the 3-0. That one right down the middle for strike 1.
Pruitt knows he's in a hole here. He wants to fire pitches right down the middle, and he just wants Holt to chase after them.
That's what you gotta do. Let's see if he can keep up that accuracy. Pruitt looks back at Summers, the 3-1 pitch. That one outside for ball 4, and the bases are loaded for Aiden Summers. And now all of a sudden, Ben, Marshfield has a chance to finally capitalize on a bases loaded opportunity as they are given a second chance like the Panthers were. The Panthers unable to capitalize. Marshfield looking to do the opposite with just 1 out, one of your captains up at bat. See what he can do here.
This is unbelievable, Andrew. Just the amount of times the bases have been loaded this game for both the Panthers and the Rams.
A lot of runners on base. First pitch of the at-bat is high for ball 1. And Pruitt needs to find that accuracy quickly here, or else the score will not be 0-0 for very long.
And One thing I know about Aiden Summers is he has an absolute rocket for an arm. He hit some great dingers in gym wiffle ball the other day that sent myself and Will Clark home. Shout out to him.
That one could have been gone out of this diamond. That's a swing and a miss for strike one, gym wiffle ball. That gets intense. That's something I miss over at the high school. Transy for moments like this. 1-1 count, 1 out here for Summers. Pruitt taking his time. The 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike two.
Summers, he's going with full intensity on these swings here. Sometimes he just has to watch the pitch before it heads to the strike zone.
Pruitt seeming to find that strike zone, find that sweet spot. Summers unable to find that sweet spot thus far, as you mentioned. If he connects with one, that ball's going to go far. We'll see if he can do that right here. The 1-2 pitch from Pruitt. That one tipped back, and the count stays at 1-2. And the Marshfield dugout is electric right now, trying to get in Pruitt's head to get Summers ahead of the count here. Here's the 1-2 from Pruitt. That one high for ball two, makes it 2-2, one step closer to getting ahead of the count here. Pruitt found that composure for a bit, but you pitch another ball, all of a sudden you start to lose your cool. Things can change quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think Summers is slowly adjusting to Pruitt's pitching style as well.
Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike three, a huge strikeout from Pruitt. And just like the first inning, bases loaded, 2 outs, and it's Kevin Drake who gets the opportunity to break this scoreless game. I mean, there have been some really weird carbon copies today, Ben.
Yeah, absolutely. And the first time we saw Drake up to bat, he had 2 pitches thrown at his head, so hopefully that doesn't happen to him. But big pressure here from Drake. Has the opportunity to get some points on the board for the Rams.
Will Pruitt go head hunting again? Will he find the zone? Here's the first pitch of the at-bat. Drake sends that one into center field. Whitman-Hanson under it and makes the catch. Once again, bases loaded and no runs come from it. So that'll do it. So through 3 innings of play, Marshfield and Whitman-Hanson scoreless.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by Repel Pest Solutions,
Biviano General Contracting.
Road to Responsibility.
Hello and welcome back to Marshfield High School here on Marshfield Community Media. An intense Patriot League matchup between the Rams and the Panthers. We're sorry we missed the first 2 at-bats of the top of the 4th inning. The first at-bat resulted in an error single. The second at-bat was a sacrifice bunt. So a runner is on second with 1 out here in the top of the 4th for the Panthers. Daniel Lumba still on the bump for the Rams. That one grounds it over the third. D'Antonio fires it over the first. Great reach from Feldman to get the second out. And the ump's going to call him safe. Feldman thinking he had his foot on the bag. Ump doesn't think so. So that's going to make it 1st and 3rd here quickly in the top of the 4th.
And you can see the frustration on Noah Feldman. He hates to make blunders, but right there, Andrew, I really think he had his foot on the base.
Great reach from Feldman nonetheless. D'Antonio's throw a little short. And now quickly, it's 1st and 3rd for the Panthers. And Lumba has a jam to get out of once again. And he's going to try to pick off first base. Nobody covering second. And that's just a free base. And all of a sudden, 2 runners in scoring position. Oh no, it's a balk. Lumba balks. And that is how the scoreless game is broken. A balk from Lumba. And that's a mental mistake that simply can't happen, Ben.
No, I mean, I really don't understand what just happened there, Andrew. I mean, the balk that leads to the first points being scored. Now Whitman-Hanson with a 1-0 lead, which is unfortunately a familiar score for the Rams. They won 1-0 in their last game against Hanover, and they lost in the previous game 1-0 to Plymouth South.
Marshfield has been on a recent win streak. If you ignore that 1 loss, Marshfield, I believe, has won 5 of their last 6, so they have turned down the Jets as of late, and that's what's made them 17 in Division II. However, they need to tack on a loss here because they cannot afford a loss to Whitman-Hanson, who's currently ranked 32 in Division II. And Lumba quickly behind the count here. A runner in scoring position once again. Man on second, one out. The only difference now is it's 1-0.
Yeah, and you have to imagine Lomba's just beating himself up about that balk that led to the point being scored for the Panthers. So you know he doesn't want to make any more mistakes today.
And we're seeing we're seeing that mental battle in his head right now play out. That pitch hits home plate, and Bouchard is going to have a quick talk with Lumba.
Yeah, you can imagine there's some frustration from Lumba, so Bouchard's going to go over there, maybe calm him down a little bit, say, hey, it's no big deal. We can get out of this. It's only 1-0. A situation that's an easy fix.
And that's key. The mental game is something you need to have. If you're losing the mental battle, you're going to lose the real battle out there on the diamond. 3-0 count here for Lumba. He just got to find the zone, get a strike on the count. Here's the 3-0. And that one high, that's going to be ball 4. And just like that, it's first and second once again. And Whitman-Hanson is back at the top of the order. Up to bat is one of the captains, Brody Kitchell. First pitch of the at-bat from Lumba. That one grounded over to first fielder by Lumba. The flip to Feldman, and he got him. Second out there for the Rams, but it comes at the cost of the runners advancing, so now you got 2 runners in scoring position. Second and third for the Panthers, and 2 outs.
This is not a situation you want to be in, but the Rams have been in worse. They've had plenty of situations where the base have been loaded and they've been able to capitalize. But we'll see what the Rams can do here, Andrew.
Kane Allen, the shortstop, has a chance to break this game wide open for Whitman-Hanson. First pitch of the at-bat from Lumba is in there for strike 1, a great off-speed pitch. And Kane Allen, a junior captain, you don't see many junior captains on any team, so we'll see if he's able to live up to that title and extend this lead for the Panthers. 0-1 count from Lumba. Swing and a miss, fouled back for strike 2. Lumba quickly ahead of the count here. This would be a huge jam to get out of here, Ben. You cannot go down by multiple runs, especially with the opportunities that you have given away on the offensive side.
Yeah, absolutely. Lumba has been in plenty of jams before. He's actually been in worse, in my opinion. So I think he'll have no problem getting out of this one, Andrew.
We'll see what he's got here. The 0-2 pitch. Tough call right there. Ump says that one's a little high, and the inning continues. That's a 1-2 count. Lumba still ahead of the count here. 1-2 pitch. And that one low. And here's where the mental game could kill you. You start off 0-2 ahead of the count. Now all of a sudden counts even. And Kane Allen has the opportunity to once again break this game wide open.
And we'll see what Lumba can do here.
That one fouled over. This count stays at 2-2. That pitch was way low. If he doesn't swing at that, all of a sudden it's a full count. However, that ball almost stayed fair, so that definitely could have brought in a run or two. But the count stays at 2-2.
Yeah, absolutely. It was rolling down the third base line, goes foul. I like the athleticism from the runner on third for Whitman-Hanson.
That one popped up over to second base. Petrie under it, makes the catch, and Marshfield gets out of the inning, only allowing 1 run on a balk. Could have been worse, but you still don't love to see a mental mistake like that cost you the score to break the scoreless game.
Yeah, absolutely, Andrew. You mentioned the balk being a mistake that the Rams made, but it really could have been worse.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by Repel Pest Solutions,
Biviano General Contracting.
Road to Responsibility.
We welcome you into Marshfield High School here in Marshfield, Massachusetts for the bottom of the 4th inning between the Marshfield Rams and the Whitman-Hanson Panthers. Alongside Ben Wilson, I'm Andrew Youngworth. Ben, Whitman-Hanson able to finally break the scoreless game in the top of the 4th, making it 1-0 on a balk from Daniel Lumba. Marshfield with 6 LOB in the first 3 innings of play. You got to imagine they capitalized on an opportunity sooner rather than later.
Yeah, absolutely. That mistake from Lumba is definitely not something you want to see out of the Rams, but one thing I do know about the Rams in any sport is that they're always able to get themselves out of a hole.
D'Antonio decides to bunt on the first pitch, That one foul for strike one. We know D'Antonio's got that killer speed, so a bunt, I'm never gonna say no to a Jake D'Antonio bunt. He's got the speed to get to first pretty quickly.
Absolutely. Being a key wide receiver in football this year for the Rams, you have to imagine that he's got some serious speed.
Pruitt still on the bump for the Panthers. He delivers the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike two. D'Antonio quickly behind on the count here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Pruitt seems to have found his stride a little bit in the bottom of the third, but then the Rams loaded the bases. So can Pruitt find that composure here again in the bottom of the fourth? The 0-2 from Pruitt. That one popped up, and that's not in card territory, but it is going to cause a dent in the growing grass. So that grass is going to take a sec to grow back.
I think we'd much rather a dent in the grass, Andrew, than a dent in a windshield.
Oh, I would agree. Especially a driving windshield. I would agree. If the grass is going to take a little longer to grow, that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Quick 0-2 count here from Pruitt. That one low for ball one. Count stays alive.
Looks like Pruitt just wants D'Antonio to chase after a pitch here. D'Antonio wisely watching that one go by him, though.
The 1-2 from Pruitt. Check swing. D'Antonio telling the ump, no, that's a ball. Great decision there from D'Antonio. You love to see the vision there from him. That makes the count 2-2. And much like Lumba, Pruitt started off 0-2. Now the count's back even. 2-2 count. And D'Antonio goes down looking. Great pitch from Pruitt, painting the bottom left corner. And a quick out here for the Panthers.
Yeah, another situation where Pruitt goes 0-2 and then it turns into 2-2, but Pruitt able to capitalize on the opportunity right there.
Now we got 4 versus 4. Bouchard against Pruitt. The first pitch from Pruitt of the at-bat is ripped into center field, and that one's going to drop for a base hit. Bouchard able to get on base for the Rams, and a little tomfoolery there from the Whitman-Hanson fielders. But Bouchard able to make it to first base, a great single, despite the great effort from the second baseman.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought for a minute that the Panthers were I don't even know what they were doing first. It looks like Bouchard was thinking about going to second, but the Panthers think they were just trying to get him off base. Now Fantasia going to substitute in for Bouchard on first, and Fantasia, he scored the one and only run last game against Hingham that allowed the Rams to come out with the 1-0 win.
You always love senior day, but eventually when it gets down to it, it's time to put in your normal starting 9. So Sam Fantasia checking in for what will likely be the rest of the game. As you just mentioned, key player to this team, responsible for that win and many others. Now it's a pitcher versus pitcher battle, and that one in for ball 1. Sun's starting to peek back out here. That eye black starting to be a little more effective than it was. The 1-0 count here for Pruitt. That one high. Fantasia stealing second, and no throw from the catcher. He bobbles the throw. Fantasia into second easily, and now just like that, Marshfield, a runner in scoring position with an opportunity to tie this game back up.
That was great awareness from Fantasia. I'm not sure what the catcher yelling out some plays there to his outfield. Yeah, Fantasia, you could tell he thought the ball was coming right towards him. He slid in. It was an unnecessary slide, though.
And now just like that, if he keeps up this aggressiveness, he could be touching home plate really soon. The 2-0 count here for Lumba. The pitch from Pruitt. Popped up. That one looks like it's going to be out of play, and it is. Hopefully it doesn't hit anyone, and it gets by. Luckily, everyone is all right. That makes it a 2-1 count here. I mean, if you're Marshfield, you can sacrifice it out as long as you get Fantasia over to third. The only things you cannot do here are strike out or pop or ground out where Fantasia's stuck at second. You got to advance the runner.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know Fantasia has the speed, so he'll easily be able to get to third.
2-1 pitch here from Pruitt. That one fouled back for strike 2, and now quickly the count is even at 2-2. Lumba started out ahead of the count just like that. It's back even. See if Pruitt can take advantage of this and put him away for the second out. Two pitch from Pruitt is in there for strike 3. Lumba catches himself looking at it, and now 2 outs for the Rams. We're back to the top of the order. Cole Summers, who has had a spectacular day at the plate thus far, looking to possibly drive in the tying run and make the score his jersey number 1-1.
Absolutely, Summers. He's got an absolute cannon. He's gotten on. Wait a
They're
minute.
going to intentionally walk him. And Whitman-Hanson had the exact same mindset that I had. Summers, great day at the plate so far, and they're just going to walk him right over the first. I mean, Summers is 2 for 2 on the day. Whitman-Hanson made the right decision, in my opinion. Now Petrie, the junior, with an opportunity to tie the game and possibly take the lead. Runners on first and second. First pitch of the at-bat here from Pruitt. The off-speed pitch, Charlie swings early. That one's going to be foul. I mean, Charlie was on that one, but the off-speed pitch just got him to swing a little early. It's a great pitch from Pruitt.
Yeah, Petrie, he had some nice power there down the third base line. Unfortunately, it rolls foul. Looked for a second at the third baseman for the Panthers. Wasn't able to hold on for it, so you have to imagine if that stayed fair, Fantasia would have been able to get on third.
See if Petrie is able to replicate that. The 0-1 count here for Pruitt. He deals. Another off-speed pitch. Petrie connects with that one as well. That one's fielded by short. The throw to second gets by him. Marshfield's going to tie the game. Petrie safe at first. Summers safe at third. And just like that, it's 1-1. A costly error from Whitman-Hanson.
And really, who else would it be, Andrew, other than Sam Fantasia? He scored the run that the Rams needed last game, and he does the exact same thing today, tying it up.
Great base running from Fantasia. Petrie able to read the off-speed pitch once again, and he drives in the RBI to tie this game. But now, just like that, you got a runner on third, you got runners in the corners, and your captain, Noah Feldman, is up. First pitch of the at-bat coming from Pruitt. He deals to Feldman. That one high and outside for ball 1. I mean, Ben, we see another carbon copy. Whitman-Hanson able to take the lead on a mental mistake. Marshfield able to tie it right back up with a mental mistake.
Yeah, I mean, these two teams, they're borderline 1-for-1 with each other, Andrew. They're evenly matched, and it's really going to come down to who makes the last mistake to end this game.
That pitch is going to be high for ball 2. Feldman quickly ahead of the count here with the opportunity to take the lead. And you got Teddy Holt up on deck. That's another scary face that you do not want to see. And coach is going to take a quick mound visit, and rightfully so. 2-0 count here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th. Game is tied at 1 apiece. And the captain, Noah Feldman, is up at bat with runners in the corners. Ben, what do you say if you're the Whitman-Hanson manager out there?
I think you just got to throw some pitches at the corners of the strike zone. Try to get Feldman to swing, or at least try to throw some curves that Feldman can't hit. You just can't have Feldman get on base here. That's the big key thing.
Feldman gets on base, all of a sudden this game could possibly look a lot different. And in the bottom of the 4th, that's where you start to enter the bullpen. And then once you throw in different pitchers, you never know where the game could go. The lead could extend very quickly. So let's see if Feldman is able to break this game open. 2-0 count here for Feldman. They're going to keep Pruitt in the game. Pruitt deals. That one high for ball 3. And now Feldman way ahead of the count, 3-0. Marshfield, very high chance that the bases are once again loaded. Here's the 3-0 from Pruitt, and that one outside. 4-pitch walk for Feldman, and that's going to load the bases for the sophomore, Teddy Holt.
I mean, how many times is this now, Andrew? The bases are just loaded once again. Now we're going to have Teddy Holt up to bat. Usually it's Kevin Drake up to bat with the bases loaded, but now it's going to be Teddy Holt up to bat for the Rams.
I mean, a tale as old as time. The bases loaded in the game. In today's game, this is the 3rd opportunity for Marshfield to capitalize with the bases juiced. That off-speed pitch is drilled by Teddy into right field. but Whitman-Hanson going to retire the inning. I mean, I think once the bases get loaded, it just means it's automatically going to be an out, because that's the third time Marshfield unable to capitalize with loaded bases. However, this time they were able to get a run in beforehand, but that makes it 9 runners left on base on the day, and we're only through 4 innings of play.
MCM coverage of MHS sports is proudly presented by Repel Pest Solutions,
Biviano General Contracting.
Road to Responsibility.
Welcome back to Marshfield Community Media here in Marshfield, tied up 1-1, Panthers and Rams on senior day. Panthers, a costly mistake that allowed Sam Fantasia to head home and tie things up for the Rams. Dan Lamba still on the mound, and his first pitch there is low.
And Lumba pitching low, something we've seen all day from him. He's got to keep his composure. Obviously gave up a run on a mental mistake last inning. The balk made it 1-0 Panthers. Marshfield able to get a run back. Now it's Lumba's job to keep it the way it is.
And Lamba able to even out the count 1-1 with a strike.
Great off-speed pitch from Lumba.
Next pitch from Lamba once again in the dirt, brings the count to 2-1.
Lumba just gotta find the zone, gotta find the upper parts of the zone. Every pitch, even the strikes, are all low. He could get the ball a little higher, maybe get the batter to chase him. We actually have a pitching battle here between Pruitt and Lumba.
And that one gets popped up behind the net to the road. Look out. That truck able to pass by just in time.
Yeah, it gets dangerous when the ball's not over to the main road. You never want to see the ball head over to Forestry. That's never a great sign.
Never, never. 2-2 is the count. Here's the pitch from Lamba. Low in the dirt, brings us to a full count.
I mean, this is nothing new for Lumba either. I believe this is 4th or 5th full count on the day.
Panthers dugout trying to throw Lamba off. Here's the pitch. Low again, hits the umpire. Now the Panthers will have a runner on first.
That pitch way low. Lumba looks a little rattled here to start the 5th inning, and that's just not what you want to see. Lumba hopefully he's able to keep his composure, find the strike zone, because if Whitman-Hanson loads the bases, I mean, they haven't been able to capitalize many times, but Marshfield can't either. So if Whitman-Hanson's able to tack on a few runs, who knows if the offense is going to be able to back that up.
Absolutely. And as I look over to Marshfield's dugout, looks like we have some activity in the bullpen. Looks like Braden Lamb is warming up a little bit there. There's a potential that he could be on the mound later in today's game.
Lumba tried to pick him off, unable, not the balk this time around though, so that's a great sign. Yeah, I mean, the pitching change, it could happen this inning if things get rough. You never know. 1 or 2 batters away from a pitching change.
Here's the pitch from Lamba, and it's going to be dinked foul.
That's a good sign right there. You always love to start off the count by getting ahead.
Lamba with a few mental mistakes today. Let's see if he can bounce back. 0-1 is the count. Panthers with a runner on first. Lamba throws over to Feldman at first. Runner is safe.
Lumba's mind is fully fixated on the runner over at first base, and that's just not what you want to see. Lumba has to keep his mind on the at-bat itself. Once you get the batter's the pitcher's headspace rattled, bad things can happen.
Next pitch from Lamba is outside, brings the count to 1-1.
I mean, there's a reason why Lumba keeps trying to pick off over at first base. Whitman-Hanson playing super aggressive, trying to get a runner in scoring position early here in the 5th inning.
Lamba, a familiar pitch, low in the dirt, runner on first, steals second, he slides. Petrie gets him out on second.
Great play from Petrie. I mean, the ability to get that, to jump for the ball and then get the reach down to tag the batter, that is an unbelievable play from Charlie Petrie. Great throw from Fantasia, but the throw was a little high. Phenomenal play from Petrie.
Yeah, Petrie just Mr. Lockdown, I like to call him, on second base. He's been there all year, and he's been making some great catches for the Rams.
And even Fantasia didn't throw it instantly. He bobbled that a bit and then threw it. So great stuff from Fantasia behind the play as well. 2 juniors right there making an unbelievable play. And that's huge because that kills all momentum.
And that next one is a line drive scooped up by Summers. He gets that one to Feldman at first. It looks like he didn't have his foot on the base at first, but he's able to get it there in time. Quick 2 outs for the Rams right there.
Another great play from Feldman. 2 juniors get the first out. 2 senior captains get the second out. Summers able to field it cleanly. A little bit of a botchy throw to Feldman, able to get the reach and tag the base for the second out. And 2 quick outs for the Rams. An inning that could have gone pretty bad all of a sudden is off to a pretty good start. And hopefully Lumba is able to finish his 5th inning with 1 allowed run.
First pitch from Lumba, right down the middle for a strike.
And that off speed from Lumba has been very accurate today. That fastball has seemed to be low most times, but that off speed finds its way in the zone most times.
Lumba again throws a strike, brings the count to 0-2.
That pitch a little lower, great placement there from Lumba, ahead of the count quickly here in the 5th.
Here's a pitch from Lumba. That one gets hit foul. Count stays the same.
I mean, it is so much nicer with this new backstop here. I mean, these foul balls used to be a ways away, but now this new backstop makes it a lot easier to just go back and get the balls, especially for the pitches and catches on a wild pitch. Makes it a lot more manageable.
Now umpire going to take a quick timeout here.
I mean, this wind is brutal. I believe the dirt got in his face again.
That one gets popped up. Summers chasing after it. Holt as well. Summers going to make the grab. And Rams finish off the Panthers pretty quick to start off the 5th inning.
And, I mean, that batter read the off-speed pitch like a book, but just the bat a little under the ball.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by Repel Pest Solutions,
Biviano General Contracting.
Road to Responsibility.
Welcome back here to Marshfield Community Media. Aiden Summers walking up to bat here. Summers, he's had a bit of a shaky day here for the Rams, but we'll see what he can do here.
I mean, now's the time to turn it up. It's not about how you start, it's about how you finish, especially in a game that's been tied basically the entire time.
This is the bottom of the 5th. Rams and Panthers tied up 1-1. First pitch is bunted by Summers. Summers bolts over to first, and Summers is going to get there without even getting a ball thrown near him.
I mean, that's just a beautiful bunt from Aiden Summers. That's exactly what he should have done. I mean, Summers has the speed. That was a perfectly placed bunt. Even if the third baseman threw it, he was never beating out Summers. So now Marshfield, a quick runner on the bags here. And let's see if they can get something going here.
Absolutely, that bunt.
Another
just wiggles.
pinch batter here.
Absolutely, Summers hit, just wiggles its way down the third base line. Now Jack Paratus up to bat for the Rams. This is the first time we've seen him today.
Yeah, another pinch hitter here for the Rams. See if he can make an impact here early.
Summers creeping off first. The pitch is on Paratus's shin, and he's going to walk right over to first. Summers will be on second.
I mean, Summers decided to steal, but it didn't matter anyway. I guess all that really did was set the tone that Marshfield wants to get aggressive here in the bottom of the 5th, and I believe that's going to do it for Tyler Pruitt. Runners on first and second with 0 outs in the bottom of the 5th, and yes, I do believe that is going to do it. I believe they're going to go to the bullpen here. So overall, great day from Pruitt. 1 earned run through 4 full innings of play against this Marshfield offense. That's a good day. But now full mountain visit here for Whitman-Hanson because Marshfield has a great situation.
Yeah, absolutely, Bert. He had a really good day on the mound for the Panthers, but it's really clutch time here. And I think the coach for the Panthers, he really just wants almost what he, in his opinion, is a better pitcher. And he definitely wants a pitcher.
And we'll see how D'Antonio does against this new pitcher. D'Antonio had a rough day at the plate, but a great day over at third base. So we'll see if D'Antonio is able to turn the tables, much like the way Aiden Summers was able to with that phenomenal bunt.
Yeah, absolutely. D'Antonio's been really good on third base for the Rams. He's made some key plays today, and especially you want to make some today, especially on senior day. You want to show out for everybody here in the stands. And one thing I want to say about D'Antonio's walk-up song, I said earlier he walks out to War Pigs by Black Sabbath. That's not Ozzy Osbourne on vocals. That's Ronnie James Dio, Andrew. He replaced Ozzy Osbourne after he was fired from Black Sabbath, and he went on to release 2 albums with Black Sabbath. And whoever's watching, I suggest you go listen to those albums right now. Mob Rules in Heaven, and you know what? Great, great albums.
And for those of you who are big Marshfield Community Media fans, the series on MCM's Instagram, Random Trivia, is a very popular series. An unreleased Unfair Trivia with a special guest that I won't give away. The topic may or may not involve Black Sabbath, so stay tuned for that. That could be special. But for now, Whitman-Hanson decided to go with the junior Mason Bergeron on the bump. We'll see what he's got in store. D'Antonio and Fantasia are on deck and double deck for Marshfield, and I like that here with first and second, 2 experienced players looking to take the lead for the first time today.
Well, let's see what Bergeron can do on the mound. Outfielders for the Panthers are meeting up a little bit here.
Yeah, that's unusual, taking a knee. I mean, that's usually something you do in youth sports when a player scrapes his knee or something.
Yeah, Andrew, that is usually something you do when something like that happens, but that gave the opportunity for Paratus and Summers to have a little discussion over at second. So Bergeron on the mound. Let's see what he's able to do here. Oh, it looks like Pruitt's going to still be in the game. He's just going to be on third base.
They're going to throw Pruitt over at there. I mean, a captain of the team, one of the probably the best player on the team, committed to Roger Williams baseball for a reason. All right, let's see if D'Antonio is able to change his day at the plate.
D'Antonio showing bunt early. He's going to head back to a normal stance. Here's the pitch. It's bunted by D'Antonio. He turns on the Jets. Bergeron throws to third and gets Summers out there.
I like the idea there. The idea of a sac bunt, it's the right decision to make with 0 outs, runners on first and second. But that was just not the bunt that Marshfield was looking for. Ends up right back in Bergeron's glove, able to take away the lead runner. And now nothing changes. The only thing you do is you take away one of the fastest players on the team. So now runners still on first and second. This time just 1 out.
Now to bat is Sam Fantasia. He scored the sole run for the Rams today. Let's see what he can do up to bat. First pitch, almost outside the strike zone, but they're going to call it a strike.
I mean, that bat he's holding is just eye-popping. There's a lot of blue on that. I'm a big fan.
0-1 is the count. Bergeron looks at Paratus behind him, throws, and that one looks like it was just outside, brings the count to 1-1.
I mean, that pitch almost gets by the catcher. All of a sudden, Marshfield, with the possibility of extending the runners to second and third, hopefully see if Bergeron is able to keep his composure here. Because that pitch is far. That pitch is far outside.
Bergeron once again looking at Paratus behind him. Here's the pitch. It's a high pitch. Fantasia has to dodge that one. Brings the count to 2-1.
Fantasia ahead of the count quickly here. You got to love that dodge from Fantasia. The ump was on the fence about what call to make there, but a little move from Fantasia definitely, in my opinion, had a bit of influence there.
And again, Fantasia dodges another pitch. Brings the count to, I believe, 2-2. They're going to call it a strike.
Yeah, the ump wasn't falling for that one.
And Fantasia swings and misses that one. He's going to head back to the dugout.
And suddenly 2 quick outs for the Panthers, and that's huge considering that the Rams had first and second with 0 outs. That sack bunt followed by the strikeout. All of a sudden, Marshfield just blowing away opportunities. And Battis is going to have a talk with the ump about I believe the count? I wonder what the conversation was about. The scoreboard was a little confusing, and I wonder if maybe that's what Battis had to say.
Now pinch hitting is going to be Caden Altabello.
sophomore pinch hitting for the Rams.
A lot of young talent on the Rams, Andrew.
Absolutely.
First pitch from Bergeron, right down the middle for a strike.
A lot of young hockey players on the Rams. Teddy Holt, Kane Altabello, 2 key pieces for Marshfield Rams hockey. Also 2 key pieces here on the diamond for Marshfield baseball.
D'Antonio and Paratus on base. Bergeron looks behind him, throws. Altabello pops that one up in the air. It's curving foul. Can Pert get there? No, he can't. That one's onto the road.
And once again, luckily, no cars driving on 4th Street at the moment. Altabello looking aggressive at the plate here quickly. Maybe he could drive in a run and take the lead. Still got a runner in scoring position. He is behind the count quickly, so he's got to play it smart. Can't be chasing on a 0-2 count.
Absolutely. Bergeron looks behind him again. Altabello drills that one towards left. It's curving a little bit. Can the Panthers get underneath it? They can. And that is going to send us to the top of the 6th. Tied up 1-1. Panthers and Rams will be right back on MCM.
MCM coverage of MHS sports is proudly presented by Repel Pest Solutions,
Biviano General Contracting.
Road to Responsibility.
We welcome you back to Marshfield High School here in Marshfield, Massachusetts for the start of the 6th inning here between the Rams and the Panthers. Teams are tied at 1 apiece. Lumba on the bump still to start the 6th inning. That first pitch is up high for ball 1. So, Ben, we were talking about a possible pitching change happening earlier, but now nobody's in the bullpen and Lumba's still out on the bump.
Yeah, earlier I saw Braden Lamb warming up a little bit in the bullpen. I thought we were going to see him here, but still Dan Lumba on the mound.
And that pitch way short. Lumba hopefully keeps his composure as we enter the 6th inning, where 1 run could result in a win or loss. 2-0 pitch from Lumba. That one low for ball 3. And this is an important game for both teams, especially the Panthers, who sit ranked 32nd in Division II in the MIAA, and that is the final seed in the playoffs if you do not have a winning record. And that's going to be a 4-pitch walk to start the 6th inning. Not what you want to see. So yeah, Whitman-Hanson situation, Ben. They sit with a 6-8 record, and that should not be playoff qualifying. But due to the strength of the Patriot League, Whitman-Hanson sits at 32, which is qualifying despite the losing record. So if they lose this game, you got to imagine they drop out at 32 and drop out of the playoffs at the moment. So they're playing for a lot more than a win here. Obviously, Marshfield a little safer in the playoff bracket, currently hold the 17 seed in the power rankings.
Yeah, absolutely. Being 9-8, you assume they want to have more wins by the end of the season, but they know they're going to make their way into the playoffs.
Right, and a 500 or better grants you a playoff berth regardless, and I believe every year that the Rams play 20 games, so a win today would make it their 10th win, and by default would automatically qualify them for the playoffs. Lumba tries to pick off first again, unable to.
Well, he's giving Feldman a little bit of warm-up for Roger Williams.
Getting Feldman ready for Rhode Island. Takes time. Marshfield, I am correct, has 2 more games after today. So if Marshfield wins today, they automatically clinch the playoffs. Although I do believe they'll make it anyway, it's always nice to clinch it.
Absolutely. You want to go into the playoffs with some great momentum, and the Rams are looking to do so.
That bunt in for a strike. Runner thought about going to second, unable to. So that makes it, I believe, 2-1.
They also want to look over to third here, Andrew. Charlie Spencer is now at third. D'Antonio is no longer playing third.
A lot of substitutions as of recent from Coach Battis subbing out the seniors. That bunt way short, fielded by Fantasia. Throw to first, got him. First out of the inning, advances the runner to second. 1 out, but a runner in scoring position here for the Panthers. And with 1 out, that could be dangerous.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're Spencer, you're definitely watching third base a lot more now when you have a runner on second.
Shane Ashton been unbelievable at second base today at the plate. Hasn't done all that much, but could make some serious noise with this at-bat right now. First pitch of the at-bat. He drives that one into left field, and it's fair. Bergeron routes third. He's going to come home, and Whitman-Hanson takes the lead. An RBI double for Shane Ashton. And that is a huge momentum shifter for the Panthers. Shane Ashton drills that one into left field, and that is killer for the Rams. And Coach Battis looking like he's going to take out Lumba right there. That is the final straw. Lumba, a great day on the bump nonetheless, but, I mean, oh my goodness, Ben, what a momentum killer that is for the Rams. I mean, Shane Ashton came in clutch to give his team the lead in the top of the sixth.
Yeah, that was an unbelievable hit injury right down the third base line, right past Charlie Spencer, allowing the double RBI, and now the Panthers lead 2-1. Lamba is still on the mound, but I don't think it's going to be for very long.
I was sure they were going to. I was sure they were going to take out Lumba, but alas, he stays on the bump, and he has had a great day overall. He has had a great day on the bump. Let's see if he can finish out this inning. That pitch also driven to the left. That one way foul. So now with the double, once again, a runner at second and one out. This time, Whitman-Hanson just has the lead.
Yeah, Lamba's been doing very well today for the Rams. This is his second start of the season, and he has been performing well, only allowing 2.
That one driven into left field, and it's caught. And the throw to second, got him. A quick double play gets Marshfield out of a jam, but not before Whitman-Hanson tacks on another run. So now Marshfield has some work to do at the plate if they want to tie this game and possibly take the lead.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by Repel Pest Solutions,
Biviano General Contracting.
Road to Responsibility.
We welcome you in to Marshfield, Massachusetts for the bottom of the 6th inning in this Patriot League bloodbath between the Rams and the Panthers. Whitman-Hanson tacked on the game-leading run in the top of the 6th, making it 2-1. Marshfield at the top of the order, trying to take the lead back. At least tie the game, possibly take the lead back. And to start it is the leadoff hitter, Cole Summers, 2 for 2 on the day with an intentional walk. The first pitch from Bergeron is driven to short. Fielded throw to first. In time. Great scoop from the first baseman to retire Summers.
That was
One
a picture
pitch-
perfect play, Andrew.
Excuse me.
Absolutely sorry about that. But that was a great scoop by the shortstop, able to throw it over second. It was a little short, but the first base was able to hold on to it.
Yeah, really just a phenomenal scoop there from David McNaught. And now Petrie up to bat. 1 pitch, 1 out. On pace for a 3-pitch inning. You never know how those can go. I feel like if I was the third batter, I wouldn't swing the bat for the first pitch, even if it was right down Broadway. I would never sacrifice a 1-2-3 inning.
Well, Petrie was able to get Fantasia home last time, but right now, nobody on base for the Rams.
Petrie is going to have to be the one to get something started here for Marshfield. Petrie, as you mentioned just now, the RBI double earlier in the game, or excuse me, the RBI single. See if he can replicate that hit here to get the Rams going in the bottom of the 6th. That one right down the middle for strike one. Time quickly winding down here for Marshfield. They're going to have to turn it up quickly, sooner rather than later.
Yeah, the pressure is really on here, Andrew, and if you're the Rams, you definitely don't want to let that pressure get to you.
That pitch a little high in there for ball 2 makes it a 2-1 count for Petrie. Bergeron has kept his composure so far on the bump as he delivers the 2-1 pitch. That one fouls into the ump for strike 2. That one came in hot. Hope he's okay. Seems to be all right. Makes it a 2-2 count. Patting his chest. I love to see that from him. He's called a great game today. 2-2 count, 1 out. Whitman-Hanson a chance to get really ahead in the inning here. Bergeron taking his time. Here's the pitch. Petrie drives that one to second. The diving play to stop the ball. Throw to first, and he bobbles it. Petrie safe at first in there with a single. And that's the energy you need to get the bottom of the 6th inning going for Marshfield.
Well, Angel, you mentioned that Petrie was going to have to start things off for the Rams, and he does it right there. The quick single gets him on first. Feldman now up to bat. And looks like Brunswick is going to replace Petrie on first.
Great stuff from Charlie Petrie today. I mean, phenomenal work at second base, phenomenal job fielding, and a hit to tie the game and a hit to get the momentum going in the 6th inning. Petrie has had a phenomenal day. Now let's see if the captain, Feldman, can continue the momentum that Petrie just started. Mason Bergeron deals the first pitch of the at-bat. And that one outside for ball 1. You wonder if Brunswick pinch running is going to be aggressive here for Marshfield, as Marshfield needs that tying run. You got to get that runner in scoring position.
Yeah, you have to imagine Brunswick is going full force here. He doesn't want to let up a run, and he doesn't want to let the Rams tie things up or take the lead.
That one high for ball 2 makes it 2-0 quickly here for Feldman. Feldman has done a great job drawing balls today. Feldman 4-pitch walk last time out. Hasn't seen many strikes today. 2-0 pitch. That one pops foul. That may hit a car, and it's not going to.
Right in between the two cars passing one another, Andrew. That.
I mean, goodness. I mean, yeah, that was the closest one of the day for sure. 2 moving cars intersecting. Luckily, to no avail. That ball winds up in the woods. The 2-1 pitch here from Bergeron. That one, once again, popped up, but this one looks like it's going to stay in play. Pruitt under it and makes the sliding catch. Phenomenal play there from Pruitt to retire Feldman. That's the 2nd out of the inning for the Panthers. No tag from Brunswick, surprisingly, so the runner stays at first. The best outcome possible from that at bat if you're Whitman-Hanson. That is huge.
That was a great sliding catch from Pruitt. I mean, he had a great day on the mound, and now he's having a nice highlight moment there at third base.
Runner at first for the Rams. 2 outs for the captain, Aiden Summers. Oh, no, excuse me, that's Teddy Holt. Teddy drives that one foul. Just misses a parked car. That one awfully close.
Had a lot of close calls today, Andrew.
We have had too many close calls to count, whether it's a moving car or a parked car. Hopefully, Teddy can hit a home run so dangerous that it hits a parked car behind the fence. Bergeron gets Brunswick to slide back into first. That pitch low for Holt. Holt with the opportunity to keep this inning alive for Marshfield.
Holt has a great swing for the Rams. He's been designated hitter a couple times. He's playing he's playing left field today. But he is a great all-around player for the Rams. Brunswick's going to second.
Brunswick takes second, and he's going to get there with ease. The ball gets by the catcher, and now, with 2 outs, a runner's in scoring position for Teddy Holt. A chance at a game-tying RBI single. Or just a game-tying RBI in general. The leading run is at home plate, and it's Teddy Holt. The pitch from Bergeron is low again. Able to keep it in front of him this time. Brunswick stays at second. A 3-1 count here for Holt. And on deck actually is the captain, Aiden Summers, this time.
3-1 being the count. You have to imagine if you're Holt, you at least want to get on base here.
Absolutely. Don't play it to it. They intentionally walk Holt with the 3-1 count. I'm not sure. I didn't know that was possible. I didn't know you could intentionally walk a batter in the middle of the count. I'm not exactly sure how that works, but I guess Teddy Holt gets intentionally walked. So runners on first and second for the captain, Aiden Summers, who has an opportunity to tie the game and possibly take the lead with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. The first pitch of the at-bat from Bergeron. That one low, and it gets by, and both runners are going to advance, and now just like that, Marshfield has 2 runners in scoring position. Runners are at 2nd and 3rd, and Ben, this changes everything if Summers is able to connect the bat with the ball. This changes everything.
Absolutely, Andrew. Summers is able just to get a single. He can tie things up, and if he can get a double, that's the Rams going to take the lead.
The go-ahead run is at second base now, and Whitman-Hanson going to take a quick mound visit. Multiple pitches have gotten by this inning from Bergeron. He's losing that composure a bit. If one more run gets by, if one more ball gets by, that could cause the game-tying run to just prance right in.
Yeah, absolutely. We saw Purett slow down a little bit on the mound. Now Bergeron, he started off really well. Now he's declining a little bit here. That's not something you want, especially at this point of the game.
And it was the mental mistake that caused the first run for Marshfield. The throw to second, obviously wide right, causes the run to come in. If you cannot have 2 mental mistakes, be responsible for both of your runs.
No, absolutely not. I mean, the Rams' first one that they allowed, that was a mental mistake. The second, that was all Whitman-Hanson's skill. So the Panthers don't want another mental mistake. If anything, they want the Rams to get a run based on skill.
Runners at 2nd and 3rd for Summers. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 2. That makes it a 1-2 call. Here's the pitch to Summers. That one gets by, and Brunswick's coming home, and he is safe. Marshfield ties the game on a wild pitch. Oh my goodness, Ben. And we just talked about it. It was the mental mistake that ties the game. And Whitman-Hanson, 2 mental mistakes have caused 2 Marshfield runs. Holt advances to 3rd, and now just like that, one swing of the bat could take the lead for the Rams.
That was an unbelievable moment there, Andrew. Liam Brunswick, a clear path to home, and it's another bobbled pitch for Whitman-Hanson. Now Summers with a chance to send Teddy Holt home.
The pitch from Bergeron is in there for strike 2. Makes it a 1-2 count. The 1-2 to Summers. Summers swings and that gets by, and Marshfield takes the lead. Aiden Summers with an RBI single to make it 3-2 Rams. Unbelievable comeback from Marshfield. A quick 2 outs to start the 3rd, and the Rams able to rally with the wild pitch and the RBI single. I mean, unbelievable the way the momentum has suddenly swayed toward the left dugout.
Yeah, Andrew, we all thought that the Marshfield Rams weren't going to be able to get out of the hole. They dug themselves in, and that was being down 2-1, and now they're leading 3-2, which is the actual score that they lost to earlier this season to Whitman-Hanson.
Whitman-Hanson got the number on the Rams earlier this season. Now Marshfield, the exact same score, favoring their direction. We'll see if they'll be able to keep that in the top of the 7th, but they could tack it on. Another wild pitch. Summers takes 2nd, and another runner in scoring position. And Bergeron has just lost all control of the game here. Multiple pitches getting by right now for Whitman-Hanson.
It's the bad pitches from Bergeron that gets by the Panthers catcher, and that one ends up behind him, and that's what leads to a lot of these bases being stolen. That's what led to Brunswick heading home, and now that's what led to Summers coming from 1st to 2nd.
Now an insurance run is in play here for the Rams. That pitch is low for ball 2. Ball 3, excuse me. That makes it a 3-0 count. Scoreboard's a little light there. So a 3-0 count to Paredes. Here's the pitch. That one high. It's going to be a 4-pitch walk. Runners on 1st and 2nd for Charlie Spencer.
Bergeron, honestly, Andrew, he's gone from bad to worse. This is not a situation you want to be in, and now we're going to have a little meet at the mound here. Bergeron, he started off really well, but unfortunately for him, he's just declined a little bit as the game has progressed.
And they are going to take Bergeron out of the game. So Whitman-Hanson, pitching substitution, and it looks like they're just going to take not an entire timeout, but they're going to have a long mound visit. So we have a quick break here, Ben. I mean, what a sixth inning this has been. Whitman-Hanson able to take a lead on a Shane Ashton double, and we thought that Whitman-Hanson had all the momentum. I wasn't sure if Marshfield was going to be able to come back from that. That was an insane momentum shift from the Panthers with 2 outs. But then Marshfield, all of a sudden, able to take advantage of all of the errors from Whitman-Hanson, able to capitalize on all the wild pitches, able to steal second, steal third, and make it home. Liam Brunswick, pinch running, unbelievable job from him. And then Aiden Summers, he's a captain for a reason. In the clutch, you got a runner on third, RBI single to take the lead. I mean, taking advantage of your other team's errors is how you win games like this.
Yeah, absolutely. You said it there, and you take advantage of your other team's mistakes. That's all it came down to. Holt was on third. Summers was able to drill one just between first and second. That led to him heading home. Brunswick just headed home because of a mistake made by the Panthers. And looks like we're going to have the outfield taking a knee for the Panthers. And again, Summers and Paradis going to meet up at second for a little conversation.
Yeah, and the infielder's doing that take a knee thing again. I mean, the outfielders just decided to not do that this time. I'm confused why they all did it in the first place. That's definitely. It's just something I'm not used to. I'm not against it. Just something a little different. So Whitman-Hanson throwing a lefty now. And that's something that Marshfield's not used to facing, lefty pitchers. And that's definitely going to be tough for Charlie Spencer. Lefty-on-lefty matchups are never what you really want to see, and that's part of what made Daniel Lumpa such a great pitcher. Whitman-Hanson had almost all righties, and that definitely favors them. But lefty-lefties can be tough.
Yeah, absolutely. When you're both lefties, that's usually something you don't see every day, Andrew. I mean, usually you don't see a lot of lefties anything, you know? So
right.
Usually seeing a lefty on a lefty is definitely interesting.
I mean, I for one am not a lefty. I write my essays right-handed.
I think I eat with my left hand. Honestly, I don't remember.
Yeah, well, we got a couple lefties here dueling it out in the bottom of the sixth. 2 outs here. Marshfield has done a great job taking advantage with their 2 outs. I mean, that's how this whole rally started, from Charlie Petrie's single.
Yeah, Charlie Petrie heads over to first. Brunswick comes in for him. He steals second. He steals third. And he goes ahead and steals home as well, Andrew.
Let's see if Marshfield can add an insurance run or two. Charlie Spencer going to take the plate.
Now pitching number 5, Brody Getchell. Now batting.
Another captain for the Panthers, Brody Getchell, taking the bump for the Panthers here to wrap up the 6th inning. First pitch of the at-bat for Getchell is low and outside for ball 1.
Spencer replacing Jake D'Antonio on third to start the 6th inning. Now he's going to be replacing him in the batting order.
His first at-bat of the day. That pitch low and outside once again for ball 2.
And you can see Aiden Summers contemplating heading over to third, but he backs up to second.
Summers is ready for a possible wild pitch because those first 2 pitches, not very accurate. The pitch from Getchell, that one in there for strike 1. Getchell throwing much faster than Bergeron, so the batter's going to have to adjust to the speed. The 2-1 pitch to Spencer. That one outside for ball 3. Spencer ahead of the count quickly here, 3-1 count, with a chance to load the bases for the 4th time today.
Yeah,
for the Rams.
Yeah, absolutely. You have Paradis and Summers on first and second.
Here's the pitch. That one swung into left field, and it drops. Summers rounding third. He's heading home, and he's going to get there. Marshfield tacks on an insurance run. Everyone is safe. The score is 4-2 Marshfield. Charlie Spencer, in his first at-bat of the day, knocks in an RBI double. I mean, Ben, Marshfield's adding insult to injury now. They've fully taken the momentum entering the bottom of the 6th.
This is unbelievable, Andrew. At this point, you must have to imagine this is a senior night miracle almost. The last time we saw the Rams face off the Panthers won 3-2. Now the Rams up 4-2. This is turning into a great senior day.
We got Paradis and Spencer on second and third. Fantasia at the plate, all underclassmen here. It has been a phenomenal senior day. I mean, Lumba on the bump, Bouchard catching. It's been a great day for all of the seniors, and all the underclassmen have done a great job supporting the seniors, making sure they have a good senior day.
Yeah, absolutely. You really have to mention Charlie Petrie on second base, making some great catches and also some great hits behind the bat.
Great off-speed pitch there from Getchell. Here's the pitch to Fantasia. That one low. Makes it a 2-1 count.
You can see Paratus stepping further and further away from third, and each time the catcher makes the grab from Gretchel, he threatens to throw over to third.
Paratus is ready for a wild pitch because he saw what Liam Brunswick did earlier, and another insurance run can never hurt. Fantasia watches it for strike 3. Whitman-Hanson sort of gets out of a jam, but not entirely because they're down multiple runs. Top of the 7th is approaching. If Whitman-Hanson wants to keep this game alive, they got an attack on 2 runs. Will they be able to get it done? Find out at the top of the 7th, right here on Marshfield Community Media.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by Repel Pest Solutions,
Biviano General Contracting.
Road to Responsibility.
Welcome back here to Marshfield Community Media. Top of the 7th, Rams lead 4-2. All the Rams need is 3 outs, and they can celebrate Senior Day with a win. It's going to be a pitching change for the Rams. We're going to see Matt Keaty on the mound. A left-handed pitcher against a left-handed batter. It's Gretchel up to bat for the Panthers. First pitch from Keaty, right down the middle for a strike.
And that's a great pitch from Keaty. We haven't heard his name called all day, bringing in the closer to capitalize on the opportunities that the Marshfield Bats were able to give him as they had an electric bottom of the 6th inning.
Yeah, the last time we saw Matt Keaty on the mound, it was to close out the game against Duxbury about a week ago.
See if Keaty is able to close the game today against the Panthers to clinch Marshfield's playoff spot, because that is what's at stake here for the Rams. And for the Panthers, they're looking to stay in the top 32.
1-1 is the count. Rams just need 3 outs. Here's the pitch from Keaty. It's drilled over to Spencer. Spencer throws over to first. Feldman makes the grab, and the runner is out.
1 up, 1 down. Great fielding from Spencer. The throw to Feldman, able to retire him. And Spencer, I mean, what a couple minutes he's had with the insurance run RBI double, followed by that phenomenal throw to first. I mean, sure, it was a routine ground ball, but that's not as easy as some people think. That's a far throw to make.
Now Kane Allen up to bat for the Panthers. Rams just need 2 more now, and they can celebrate Senior Night.
I mean, what better way to celebrate Senior Night than with a playoff berth, right?
Absolutely. Keaty's first pitch down the middle for a strike. 0-1 is the count. Next pitch. It's outside for a ball.
It's a tough call right there. I thought he painted the corner, but I mean, that's still a great pitch from Keaty.
One is the count. Pitch from Keaty is high. Brings the count to 2-1.
I mean, sure, he's throwing a few balls, but look at Keaty's face. He seems to be locked in right now, and he's been throwing gas thus far. No pitches of he threw 1 pitch that was like way low in the dirt, but besides that, he's been fired up.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's not letting anything phase him, whether that be the Whitman-Hanson dugout or the little low pitch that he hit earlier. And that one gets popped up and foul. Watch your heads. Where's that one going? Looks like it's behind us and in the woods.
Hopefully all animals in the woods are safe. But that evens out the count here. All of a sudden, chance to get 2 quick outs.
Two is the count. Rams lead 4-2. They need 2 more outs. Here's the pitch from Keaty. And they're going to say that it was a ball. It looked like a really good pitch, Andrew.
Unbelievable call. I really thought that was strike 3. My hands are on my head right now. I thought that was going to retire the second batter, but now we have a full count pitch.
Can Keaty handle the full count pressure? Here's the pitch. It's popped up and foul behind us again, and I heard something. I think that hit a car.
Oh yeah, that nailed the car. unfortunately, a silver car just got domed by that baseball. So hopefully the damage is minimal.
Count still full. Let's see what Keedy can do here. Here's the pitch, and again it's foul behind us. Oh, and that time it's going to hit the net.
That ball was inches away from going right back to that silver car. I mean, this has been a long at-bat.
Well, that's what's nice about having this new field is nets are a little bit higher, but they're not able to protect some of the foul balls.
No, not at all. This has been a great at-bat from both Allen and Keedy.
Still a full count. This will be the third pitch on a full count. And a swing and a miss for Allen sends him back to the dugout. Keedy going 2 for 2.
And look at the strike Keedy has after that strikeout. He is locked in to finish out this game. 1 out away from celebrating senior day, a playoff berth, and just a great comeback win.
Now Pruitt is up to bat for the Panthers. Rams need 1 more out, and they can celebrate senior day. Where do you think the Rams are going to go tonight, Andrew, for a celebration?
I think the Cask and Flagon's always a solid venue.
You know the Rams are going to go somewhere fun after tonight.
You gotta celebrate. You gotta celebrate a senior day win. You gotta celebrate a playoff berth. But first off, you gotta be able to earn the right to celebrate. So Pruitt has been phenomenal all day on the bump in the field. See if you can get it done at the plate.
Keedy started things off with the ball. Here's the next pitch. And Pruitt has to dodge that one, brings the count to 2-0.
2 quick balls from Keedy. He's definitely been a little inaccurate, but when he locks it in, he locks it in. We'll see if he's able to rally in this count like he was able to do for the last one.
2-0 is the count. That next pitch from Keedy is high, brings the count to 3-0.
Quickly way behind the count here, a 3-0 count. Now you just got to find the strike zone and keep the at-bat alive.
Is the count. Rams only need 1 more out. Here's the pitch from Keedy. That one's right down the middle for a strike.
And that's all you got to do. Find the zone, keep the at-bat alive. 3-1 count, see if he's able to find the same spot. Maybe force a swing from Pruitt and let the fielding team do the work.
3-1 now the count. Here's the throw. It's low, and that's going to send Pruitt to first.
Tying run at the plate. Keedy just has to keep his mental game in check.
Now batting first baseman, number 10, David McNaught.
It's going to be McNaught up to bat now for the Panthers.
Got a senior up at the plate.
Rams just need 1 more out. You have to imagine that's what's going through all of their heads is 1 more out, 1 more out. First pitch from Keedy is low for a ball.
Keedy has thrown 5 straight balls. He needs to just keep his headspace calm, just locate the strike zone.
Keedy eyeballs first. Now throws. That one dinked over the head of Spencer, and Holt chasing after it. And now he bobbles it. Now he has to throw it over to Summers. Summers throws it to second, and that one's no good. And now the Panthers are going to have a runner come home. And now another runner is rounding third. Is he going to come home? No, he's not. He's going to stay at third. Not a situation you want to have if you're the Rams.
I mean, what did we just see? The mental mistakes from Marshfield just almost cost the lead. Now all of a sudden it's 4-3. The Rams are forced to take a mound visit, and Ben, all of a sudden the momentum is right back on Whitman-Hanson's side. I didn't know that was possible.
I have no idea what we just watched, Andrew. I mean, that was really something. I don't even know what to say. I mean, Teddy Holt, it looked like he had a clear scoop up there. He could have thrown it over to second, but I don't know. I mean, Spencer tried to grab the hit over his head. Holt couldn't hold on to it, throws to second. It's bobbled. Feldman tries to get it. That's bobbled as well.
Yeah, the 2 multiple wild throws leads to a 4-3 score. However, Marshfield still with the lead, 1 out away. That's all you need. So a runner on third. The game-tying run is at third. and you're 1 out away from winning. It doesn't get much tighter than this.
No, absolutely not. This game is going to finish with an intense ending. Fresh count, here's the throw. It's low. And the batter notions over to third, don't move.
I mean, a hit like that can really mess with your head. So Keedy really needs to calm himself down up there on the mound.
And that next one, it looks like batter got a piece of it. It goes foul.
And that's huge right there. The ball gets by, makes it a 1-1 count. Nobody moves. Counts even right now. That's big for Keedy right there.
1-1 with a runner on third. Andrew, you said earlier, it doesn't get more intense than this. Here's a throw. It's drilled past Keedy. Scooped up on second. He throws to Feldman, and he's out! And that's going to do it. The Rams win 4-3 on senior night.
I mean, what better way to wrap up senior night than two of the senior captains finishing the final play? I mean, Cole Summers able to field the ball, get the throw over to Feldman, and he's able to make the play. Marshfield keeps their composure and takes the senior day win. And that clinches a playoff spot for the Marshfield Rams with a 10-8 record.
The Rams are going to the playoffs, and that is going to do it for us here on Marshfield Community Media. Ben Wilson alongside Andrew Youngworth, who's on double duty, color and camera. Shout out to him. From Marshfield High School, good night.
MCM coverage of MHS sports is proudly presented by
Biviano General Contracting.
Biviano General Contracting is Marshfield's leading custom modular house builder. Modular building saves time and money. Only 8 to 12 weeks for the entire build, saving up to 25% of the cost compared to traditional building. We also offer custom deck building, kitchen and bathroom remodels, additions, and house elevations.
More information can be found at bivianocontracting.com.
Repel Pest Solutions. Repel Pest Solutions is a full-service pest control company protecting residential and commercial properties from nuisance pests that carry germs and diseases. They are a small, family-run business from Marshfield, licensed, insured, competitively priced. We work to understand your needs and offer an integrated pest solution that's environmentally friendly. Don't be afraid to bug us. Road to Responsibility. Founded in 1988, Road to Responsibility's mission is to provide the means, the opportunity, and the support necessary to allow citizens with disabilities to take their place as productive members of the community. We are committed to providing all individuals with opportunities to truly live in the community. Through our services, we are proud to enrich and improve the lives of every individual, one person at a time.
Like a 50, 40, he's got two men to beat, no one's gonna catch.
Pick it up, and it is scored! For 3.
Got it!
With the shot, lights out, good night, goodbye.
And there's it! Marshfield wins!
It's a great serve.
Another one drop, and the Rams drop one first here in the Super Bowl.
Nice. Kick on the field, and it is
Scored! And it's